Good morning. Namaste. Welcome back. Before we dip into our yin and flow practice today, I would love to wish you a happy November and share a little something from my favorite little book that I've brought to class before, Journey to the Heart by Melody Beattie. Pardon me. So for November 2nd, see how much easier life can be. The old way said do, do, do. Push, push, push. Only when the work was done could we allow ourselves time to rest. But when the work was finished, we often forget to reward ourselves. The old way won't work anymore. We have learned too much, come too far. Our body won't let us. Our heart will object. Let the work be more fun. Don't push yourself so hard. Let your actions be effortless, an easy result of learning to focus and learning to trust your inner timing. Learn to let your actions spring naturally and easily from there. Let your inner voice and life guide you into breaks while you're working, while you're focusing on the task. Stop fearing it won't get done. Stop worrying if you're doing it well. Take breaks when you need to and really let go. Take time at the end of the task too. Take time to reward yourself, to feel pleasure in your accomplishment, to play at the end of the day. See how balance occurs naturally when we trust our heart. See how much easier life can be when we live it from the heart. I may bring a couple of those words back into our practice. But if you're in a seat and haven't yet already, just let the eyes close down. And lightly meditate on those words I just shared. In Yin Yoga, we have the unique opportunity to play with this letting go, this finding ease within the work. We'll put some effort into creating some shapes and sustaining the shapes. But we'll also have opportunity, have moments of ease, of release. And we can practice here on our mat that process of letting go, of taking a break, and of slowing down. Here at the top of our practice, you may feel inspired to set an intention. Maybe a word or phrase that I've already said, perhaps one that just comes to you here and now. Set that intention by repeating it a few times in the mind. And if there are no words, but just a feeling which you wish to embody through your day, just feel that here. Now notice your breath. Let the pacing of your breathing be pretty natural. Maybe giving it some slight encouragement to equalize it. The inhale about the same length as the exhale here. And we'll do a few minutes of Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. We can invite the right hand up towards the face, closing in the fingers, except for the ring and the thumb. The ring finger will set on the outside of the left thumb, outside of right. If you need some visual guidance, that's what I'm here for if you need to peek. Once you have that Vishnu mudra, like so, placed upon the nose, exhale your air all the way out. And then plug the right, inhale through the left. Pause briefly at the top of the breath and switch. Exhale through the right now. Inhale through the right. Pause and switch. Exhaling left. Here, inhale on the left. Pause and switch. Exhale right. In right. Out left. In left. Out right. Few more. At your own rhythm. Every inhale guides your awareness towards the third eye. filtering out the mind, the brain, this mental landscape on those exhales. Couple more rounds in this way. The next exhalation out of the left nostril will end your practice. And once you're finished with that final round, let the hand release. And feel the body breathe. And let's initiate our practice with some subtle vibration. We'll tone with 3 rounds of humming. Hands might come up to your heart. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. Release it out the mouth. Inhale and we'll hum. Recall your intention here. And as you're ready, bow the head towards the heart and mindfully make your way into an all fours position, please. Eyes can open, or they're certainly welcome to remain closed. You're also welcome to add in any props into your space that might feel helpful. A couple bricks or some vertical support might be handy just up by the top edge of your space for our poses that we'll explore soon. But here in all fours, let's just give a little cat-cow movement for the body. Extending and flexing that spine. The breath still flowing. Add in any other natural, organic movements that you desire here. Maybe a sway, a gentle twist. And then we'll sink our hips down and back towards child's pose. Coming all the way down to meet some kind of support. Maybe that's the earth itself. If there's a little bit of tension in the back body, the head doesn't quite reach, support yourself here with a brick or a blanket below the noggin. With the forehead rooted, maybe give a little side to side sway. Just loosen up that forehead, even the temples perhaps. The breath continues. This pose is also known as devotional pose, pose of surrender. Remember what we're practicing here. That ability to let go, to be at ease, even when there is a bit of effort, even when there is a bit of work being done. Can we be content with where we are now? In process, in progress. On your next breath in, please lift the head and the heart a few inches away from the earth. You can keep your fingertips rooted on the ground, just opening up a gap between you and the earth, at least your upper body here. And we'll thread one arm below the opposite armpit, creating a little twist for us here that then we can settle back down. Forehead can turn towards that threaded hand, or it can be towards the earth, whatever is most comfortable on your neck. And breathe into the back of the heart, all the way down to those hips. One more deep breath here. And open up that space. Unthread your arm. Take that one long, and then as you're ready, the opposite arm takes the thread, coming to settle the hips, and the shoulder, the head, back onto support or as close to it as possible. And breathing intentionally, filling and emptying. One or two more breaths on this side. Open up that space. Unthread the arm and reach it back out. One final bow here. Then press into the hands. Let the back of the heart lead the way up. Just floating inch by inch, lifting you back towards tabletop. We'll take a few breaths here for whatever movement you would like to explore. I always find it nice to circle the hips. If we do take that circle, be sure to do it in the opposite direction too. Wonderful. We'll take toes pose here for a moment, tucking the toes behind you. Maybe bringing a brick, maybe not. It can be below your seat if you'd like. Otherwise, the sit bones come to meet the heels. You can move any bits of flesh away for support and reach down and untuck those pinky toes. You sometimes can't quite do it on their own. Once we're here, nice big stretch in our soles, we'll fly the arms out to a T. Give a little roll to the wrists. Breath continues. And then on an exhale, sweep right hand underneath the left. We'll take eagle arms, maybe backs of the hands touch together. Maybe you take that full twisty around. Wherever you are with the hands, that bind, elbows lift out, shoulders draw back and down. And free up that neck a little bit. Maybe a glance right and left, or a little swirl here. Wonderful. Let's sweep the arms out and away. Big inhale here, wide. And switch it. Left hand comes below the right. Take your bind. Let the elbows lift and shoulders draw down and back. Check in with your belly. Tone that in towards the spine. Just support yourself. And again, maybe a little rotation of the head, a little swivel with the neck. Back and center. Sweep the arms wide. One final deep breath in. And then exhale, start to come forward off of those toes. Plant the hands, give some little swimmer kicks, or just lay those toes flat on the ground. Wonderful. I'm going to scooch back here in my space a tad. We'll need some space in front of us for melting heart now. You can give a little cat-cow if you need before we bow once again. And option here, as always, to bring a little support for the noggin. You'll want it to be thin enough that the arms can still be in line with the shoulders as we extend them, but that can catch your head. And I'll demonstrate it as an option if you wish to see what it looks like. The knees are going to stay just below the hips. And really feel into that. Feel what forward feels like. Feel what back feels like, and then right in the middle. You want to stay there as much as possible. Hands start to walk out. They can slide, they can step, maybe a bit of both, and then the heart will melt down. It'll melt towards the earth, maybe to it if we have the back bend, that flexibility. Otherwise, head grounds onto the block or the earth. And once you find your place to stay, breathe there. Find a bit of ease within the effort. 2 more breaths here. And similar to how we did before, let the hands ground and then let the back of the heart lift you out and away. You can keep that direction or that flow moving forward and just plop down onto your belly. We'll come into prone, allowing the arms to come back towards the hips, palms face up. You can take one cheek to the earth here, a little neck stretch as we flatten the rim of the ear. And then allow the heart to just be encased as shoulders relax forward onto earth. And this is our break. A practice for pausing. We like to make ourselves busy, occupy ourselves, distract ourselves with tasks and to-dos. It's rare that we don't have anything in front of us. So cherish this moment of one pointed focus on the here and now, with nothing to do, but just be. We'll gently switch sides, inhaling to roll the shoulders up and away from the ground. Then you can lift the head, turn the nose gently, then bring the opposite ear crest all the way down to the earth. Cheek rests, and then the shoulders can roll forward. Let go of any efforting. And just breathe here. stay for a breath or two more. And ever so gently and mindfully, lift the shoulders back and away. And bring the head towards center, gazing towards the earth. Palms can press below the shoulders. Bring yourself up through table or however you desire. And come onto your back bodies, please. You can see that shine is right towards the camera, so if there's a bit of a glare, know that that will be gone soon. We're just gonna come onto our backs, supine now. Let's draw the knees in towards the belly and towards the chest. Perhaps a gentle rock side to side. We will need a brick or some kind of a sturdy support for a supported bridge pose in a moment. Just want to give you a little heads up. So if you do need to mindfully move or transition and prepare, you can while we're just taking a few more moments to stretch out. Maybe toes and hands go long. And stir the ankles and stir the wrists. And then we'll bring our feet to plant, just behind the sits bones. You might even reach past your heels and give a little tickle. Reach past your hips and tickle your heels with your fingers. With that positioning established, press into the heels, plant those feet, and then scoop the tailbone as if the very point of your tailbone scoops towards the sky and lifts the spine vertebra by vertebra. Exhale once you reach a cresting and then roll back down. Maybe a little sway in the hips. We'll do that one or two more times with your breath in and your breath out. As you're ready, we'll support ourselves here in this shape. Inhale can lift the hips, bring your prop along. We'll slide that prop underneath the sacrum. It doesn't have to be a super high support by any means. Just make sure that it's a firm support. Something that can hold you at this angle. Shoulders can fold below the heart space. The hands can come out to your sides once again. Palms face up now. If you don't need the extra grounding, that support. And as we stay in this shape for a few minutes, there's a couple options that I'll give for you to explore. And all I'd ask is, in your exploration, is not to just visit them quickly or switch back and forth fast, but do it mindfully. Give yourself a chance to experience each shape uniquely, and rest where you're best served. Option 1 is to extend one leg at a time, or perhaps both legs at a time, towards the back edge of your space. The heel will stay on the ground, but you can access a bit of a psoas stretch through the leg. And that's option 1. Option 2 is to lift one knee, bringing the foot off the ground. Lift the other knee, just balancing on your support, and then taking the feet high for a legs up the wall variation. Both shapes are very nourishing, but they have different effects. Spend a moment or two finding what works best for you today. And of course, if neither of those options feel extra nourishing, you can always come back to that bridge pose. It's a wonderful place to reside as well. And wherever you choose to stay, will stay. Stay present with any sensations that flow through. Be with the experience, not judging or analyzing, but also not getting distracted. But remaining in that restful awareness with what's now. Few more breaths as you are. And gently invite the feet back down to plant on the earth. Knees point towards the sky in our bridge pose. And as you're ready, press into the heels, scoop the hips, remove your support, and gently roll the spine back down to meet the ground. Stay for a moment here with that flat back released on the earth. Now press into the heels, scooch the hips just slightly to the right, and let the knees drop towards the left. They can stagger, they can stack. We just have 2 deep breaths here in a gentle twist. And that's all. Inhale, rise. Exhale, press into the heels, switch, lifting those hips to the opposite edge, and release the knees. Gentle twist here, couple breaths. And use an inhalation, bring it back to center. And please navigate your way to Shavasana. Whatever props or layers might be helpful here, you can gather them. Maybe visiting some last little shapes or movements. And as you come to rest, we'll read again our little excerpt, our meditation for today. See how much easier life can be. The old way said, do, 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 push, push, push. Only when the work was done could we allow ourselves time to rest. But when the work was finished, we often forgot to reward ourselves. The old way won't work anymore. We have learned too much, come too far. Our body won't let us. Our heart will object. So let the work be more fun. Don't push yourself so hard. Let your actions be effortless, an easy result of learning to focus and learning to trust your inner timing. Learn to let your actions spring naturally and easily from there. Let your inner voice and life guide you into breaks while you're working, while you're focusing on the task. Stop fearing it won't get done. Stop worrying if you're doing it well. And take breaks when you need to. And really let go. Take time at the end of the task too. Take time to reward yourself, to feel pleasure in your accomplishment, and to play at the end of the day. See how balance occurs naturally when we trust our heart. See how much easier life can be when we live it from the heart. is a gift at the end of controlling the breath, of moving the body, that we get to release. And just be exactly as we are. Yet we know that this pause is just that. A pause before the rest of the day unfolds. Recall your intention, that energy that you wish to embody, and that energy you wish to share. And perhaps feel that energy right at the heart space, illuminating and awakening from this place in the heart. Let's deepen the breath. As you are ready, please stir and stretch the body. Coming back into your physical form. Maintain a thread of connection to the awareness, the presence, and the peace within. And we'll rise to a seat. And establish any comfortable seated shape. And we'll seal our practice here together. Hands can come up towards the heart. And we'll Om just one round. Feeling the resonance wash through the body. Coming up from the pelvis, that earthly, grounded energy, and lifting through the heart, through the throat, up into the mind, where we'll resonate that humming sensation. First, a breath though. Full in, full release out. Inhale to Om. This light and life in me bows to and deeply honors that same light and life in all of you. Namaste. Mhm. Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, I'm Ren, here in the mindfulnest virtual studio. You can join me for more live streams at the end of the week for restorative if you'd like. Otherwise, maybe I'll see you back here for yin. And of course, the links below will guide you to our other platforms for more inspiration and information. I can tell that there's quite a bit of sunlight still streaming towards the camera, so hopefully you can see me, but if not, we know that the sun will be shifting in the coming weeks. Anyways, have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace and love. Namaste.